On the uniform acceleration calculation part of the test, I give them 4 different problems. Um, each of the problems, I require them to write their equation that they use in symbols, which you can see on this student's test is bracketed. That is one part of the test that a lot of my students still at this point are forgetting to do. I remind them to do it because it's very important for me to see where they started their thought process and where they ended their thought process. I don't want them to just plug in numbers. I want them to actually see where they're going. So that's why I require that equation at the beginning. Then I require them to box their answers and include the units. So each problem is worth 3 points. With the exception of the hang time one, I give them an extra point for being able to remember to multiply by 2 because the object's going up and down. And so on the uniform acceleration calculation part, I try to make sure that almost all of the equations that we went over are used in one form or another. So you can see that we're using the general acceleration formula here. We're using the how far or the distance formula here. And we're looking at using the how to find the final velocity in this equation, making sure that we remember in both of these problems that because the object is falling, the acceleration is 10 meters per second squared. This one is hang time, and so we're using the time formula where we know the distance, and the acceleration is 10 because an object is falling. And then this equation down here, I'm looking for them to be able to recognize that we're trying to find how fast at the end, but the acceleration is not 10, it is given in the problem right here. So I'm looking for them to be able to use all the different kinds of formulas that we have learned throughout the entire unit.